Hey friends, and welcome back to the Guitar Max channel, and I have some important announcements and updates about the Harley Benton Guitar Max Fusion Signature. The big thing I want to talk about is how can you actually get one of these guitars when they are seemingly constantly sold out. If you have gone to the Thomann Harley Benton website anytime after like 3 or 4 days after the guitar was released, which was much earlier this year, then you will have noticed that the guitar is unavailable, out of stock, and they give you some sort of time frame as when it will be available in the future. So they make these guitars in batches, right? And the first batch came out, and thanks to all of you, they sold out in like 3 or 4 days, and then it was going to be quite a length of time, I think about another 5, maybe 6 months, until the next batch was ready to go. But the way the ordering system works on the Thomann and the Harley Benton websites is if they have a reasonably accurate date as to when the guitars will be coming back in stock, like when the next batch will be available, then they will update that time frame down there. And it could be 3 to 4 months, 2 to 3 months, 3 to 5 weeks, something like that. And if it has that time frame listed on there, then you can go ahead and order the guitar right now, and they're just letting you know that you can order it right now, but it's not going to be sent to you until they come back in stock, which is going to be at that some future date. So what happened with the second batch of these guitars is that people started ordering the guitars before they were available, and they ordered so many of them that the entire second batch, I believe, was exhausted just through pre-orders, I believe. And so there was never a time where you could go to the website and it says available now. That never happened. And so where it is now is the same thing is happening with, I believe, the third or maybe even fourth batch of these guitars. And just to let you know, I have one of these guitars. I've got a few prototypes, but I have one of the final production guitar, and I can't even get a second one. If I tried to, I would run into the exact same problem. Maybe I could get one months into the future, but not right now. So if you do want to get one of these guitars, here is what I recommend, and I want to put the disclaimer out there. I know this sounds like a buy now sales pitch, but I just want you guys to understand how the ordering system works. My point is, if you want one of these guitars, order it right now, because if you order it right now, you will get one at some point in the future, hopefully a month, maybe 2 months, or a certain number of weeks or something like that. But if you continue to wait until they are in stock now available, you're potentially going to be waiting a very, very long time. Okay, I've got a few other important pieces of news, updates about this guitar that I'm going to tell you about. Plus, I also want to offer you an alternative if you just really, really don't want to wait. You want a guitar right now. But of course, real quick, guys, as always, if you enjoy videos like this, checking out cool, new, affordable guitars, and you have not already subscribed for some reason, please consider subscribing right now. Okay, so a couple other pieces of news is that I have started to talk to the Harley Benton guys about the possibility of expanding the guitar line to include a few other colors. Now, I can't really give any definitive, exact details, but schedule-wise, it's probably going to be something, if it happens, it would, come out like maybe early next year or something like that. That's usually about how the time frames work. But there were a lot of people that made requests in the comments section of my original video when I launched this. There were a lot of people that made requests for the same guitar but in other colors. And so that is something I'm working on, and one way or another I'll give you guys an update about that at some point in the future. Okay guys, so the other thing I want to talk about is what if you want an awesome shred guitar right now and you don't want to wait until you can get one of the Guitar Max signature guitars. Well, the guitar that Harley Benton sells, which is closest to this one, and the one that I would really recommend you get as an alternative if you don't want to wait for this one, would be really any of the guitars from the Fusion III series, and particularly the Super Strat body Fusion III series guitars with the roasted flame maple neck. The Fusion III series is going to have the same frets. The neck is similar. Of course, they're not going to have the reverse headstock, but it has the same size frets. It has the stainless steel frets and 24 frets and the same neck material. It's also going to have the same body in terms of the shape and the body wood. Now, the pickups are not exactly the same. This has the the Tesla pickups and the humbucker in the bridge and the dual blade single coil sized humbucker in the neck position. And the Fusion III series, if you look at those Super Strats with the Floyd Rose, right, those are going to have a pair of humbuckers. So it's not exactly the same, but it's certainly similar and a similar control layout. And the big thing here is it's going to have the same bridge. Obviously, I'm talking about the Floyd Rose equipped versions. It's the Floyd Rose 1000 series, and this guitar, my signature guitar, has the same bridge that's on the Fusion III series. Now, there's some other cosmetic differences. The green flame burst, of course, on this guitar, and this neck has no inlays, although it has the top side marker dots, so you can still see where you're playing and so forth. And the Fusion III series has regular fret markers, and they've got a variety of different finishes. I think my favorite out of the Fusion III series is the Bengal Burst. That's a really cool finish, and it goes really well, I think, with the color, the natural color of the neck wood. Okay guys, so for this video, down in the video description below, I'm going to put a couple things down there. One is I'm going to put, links to where you can get this guitar if you want to go ahead and pre-order one now, basically, for whenever the next batch is coming. And then I'm also going to put links down there for some, Fusion 3 alternative choices. Also, guys, now that this is kind of my my second video talking about the Harley Benton Guitar Max Fusion, I would love to hear from people out there who have bought the guitar. Some people out there have made some really cool YouTube videos. It's been really fun to see that. But this is a perfect opportunity for us to all talk down in the comments section below about what your experience has been like with these guitars. Okay guys, that is pretty much it for this video. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to have links for everything I was talking about down in the video description below. And guys, if you enjoyed this video, as always, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you very soon.